Okay, we are back for our second of three panels. This is the fantasy comic book panel. Up first, we have Joshua Ovenshire from the Jovenshire. Voice actress Tara Strong. One of the hosts of the Nerd Poker D&D podcast, Dan Telfer. And from the history of the Batman, London Jackson. So the first question we are going to ask, who is cooler, Fat Thor or Smart Hulk? Joshua?
First, let's stop calling him Fat Thor. He's depressed Thor. Someone just tell him that he's worthy, give him a hug, and just hang out with the guy. He's the cooler one that deserves to win.
Okay. By the way, Fat Thor is my goal weight. Tara, you may answer as Bubbles, Harley Quinn, or Raven.
Well, I'm gonna say that Fat Thor is hardcore. And whatever, it's Fat Thor. And he's my new button. And in a day where bullying is rampant and an epidemic, to celebrate a superhero without body shaming is everything. So I'm going Fat Thor.
All right. Dan?
Mike, I think you can't trust people who are both strong and nerdy, so absolutely not Smart Hulk. That's like a trick. I mean, he's like one beard away from being Oscar Isaac's character in Ex Machina. I don't buy it.
I'd watch that. It's good.
Yeah.
London?
I have to go with Fat Thor. There's a lot of reasons why. I do think if Thor and Hulk just went at it, I think Thor would be victorious. But I like the fact that Fat Thor kind of had to find his worthiness again, and I think that's relatable to all of us because we all have to accept ourselves for who we are and know that we all have that power. So I would pick Fat Thor.
Nice. I like that he was like, we shouldn't call him that, and everyone did anyways.
It's Professor Hulk.
Looks like a villain in Clue. Would you vote for Joshua? Tara? Dan? Or London? I think people went with Tara on that one.
We all agreed, though. The guy who cried.
But she did it better, and we can agree.
All right, let's get to this one quick. 11 from Stranger Things versus Dark Phoenix.
Well, it's easy. Did Dark Phoenix boost the sales of frozen waffles? No! It was 11!
And Fat Thor. Tara?
Dark Phoenix, because Stan Lee created her and Game of Thrones, and she's awesome.
For Dan, I know Chris Claremont did. You can hide your nerd rage.
Stan Lee card. It's like, oh boy.
Dan?
I mean, Dark Phoenix is cheating. It's two characters. It's Jean Grey and a space blob. I gotta go with 11. I relate to children who have sudden nosebleeds out of like nowhere. It sounds great. That's me.
You were at the right show.
You look like the guy who just yells science in a music video. London.
Oh, I'm going to have to go with Dark Phoenix. I feel like she would just kind of obliterate everything. I love 11, but if it was toe-to-toe, I have to pick Dark Phoenix.
All right, so we go with Joshua.
Frozen waffles!
Sarah? She did have the most claps for herself. Dan? Saturn Awards, fan of nosebleeds. Or London?
Oh, that's nice.
I think it's a tie between Dan and London. Thank you so much, guys. We'll be back for the horror panel.
And that's all the time we've got for our Fantasy Comics panel. Thank you, panelists.